Plexus. Do you guys feel bad to the bone right now or what? Okay, so originally they called me and they said, would you talk about events? I was like, this is my jam. I love it. And then I lost my voice. Thank you. So sweet. So I, in one Plexus culture, called like, you know, the PB to my jelly, the Christina to my Brittany, and grabbed Megan Malakovic. She's a diamond. We built our businesses together. And she was like, I'll come help you out. So I can't wait for you guys to hear her read the messages that I wrote in my voice. So, yeah, so welcome.
Today. Well, and both of us are pregnant. We're just gonna get that out of the way. She is pregnant with her 10th baby. I'm pregnant with my 5th boy.
So we're quite the pair. No seasickness, no
lots of nausea,
loss.
so don't mind us if we're just swaying up here.
Yes. Everyone back there's like, are you two okay? We're like, we're all right. Okay, so let's get into it. We want to talk about events. We want you to build teams bigger than you've ever imagined. And a huge way to do that is actually through events. It's grassroots. So I built mine in grassroots. A lot of in-person sip and sees. Anybody in here do a lot of in-person events? I love it. Face to face, belly to belly, like let's do it. Let's talk. And Megan did it also in a lot of the modern way through social media.
Yeah, so a lot of my team was long distance when we were building. Over the last few years, we've had a big local team. Shout out to you guys all right here from Smith County. But in the beginning, I would travel a lot. Like once a quarter, I would go. My teams would host events and we'd jam pack as many as we could into there. Or I could Zoom in and they would host an event and I could go and present and help them in that way. So there's a million different ways for you to do events. You're not stuck in a box.
Yes, and what we want you to hear today, more than anything, is take messy action. So I actually want to share a little story with you of my first sip and see. Me and one of my really, really good friends, Emerald, Lisa Youngs, in the house somewhere up there. We were silver, and I don't know about any of y'all, but we had decided we were going to build Plexus, but we were not ever going to post on social media. So instead, we actually printed out flyers, went to all these different churches, different places, and flyered, okay, and then invited people to come to this rec center that we rented a little room in a rec center. And my upline, Jen Leith, had come, and we brought a veggie tray, and the broccoli had started to turn bad, and so the whole room smelled bad. So we were like, no one is going to come and purchase Plexus with a bad smelling room. Well then, all three of us were too nervous to talk whatsoever, so we wheeled in a 1980s TV on a tray. This is not a joke. We had 10 people in the room. We're like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. And we just pushed play, and there was a 20-minute long ad on each product that we had. We had 16 products at the time, and 9 of the 10 people signed up. So, just take messy action. We learned from that. We speak at our conferences, so there's hope. So Megan, why are events important?
Okay, so there are 3 big reasons why you should be doing events. First is that they build belief. So when you have potentials that are coming, you are showing them the community, you're doing product stories, face-to-face, that belly-belly connection is super important because you have to remember that 70% of our communication comes from body language. They can see your passion, they can see your excitement, and when you're doing these events, it can help build your business faster. It also helps to build belief for us as leaders because it's so fun to watch your team thrive, to watch them host their own events. First, you're helping them do it, and then they're doing it by themselves. And the more stories that you hear about the products, about the business, the more that it's going to build up your belief. Okay, the next thing is vision casting. And if you have been around me for a minute, you know that vision casting is something I am super, super passionate about. because I have seen firsthand someone else cast a vision for what my life could look like, and I believed them and I ran after it. My life is a completely different story than it was before. So you not only want to educate people on the amazing products and what their life could be like, how they could feel, but you also want to share with them little glimpses of what could their life look like with that extra income and with those extra options. And also, when other people are hearing stories, not just from you, they're hearing it from your teammates, from other customers, that third-party validation is huge. It's like when you're in a group of friends and one person says they love a restaurant and then another person says they love that restaurant, then all of a sudden everyone's saying, oh, I love it, and everyone wants to go out to dinner and enjoy it, right? The energy there is contagious. And then the third thing is that events, they duplicate, right? So, whoa. Sorry, I should the boat like really move. Come on. Okay, we are moving and shaking, you guys. So events, they duplicate down and they're really effective. So if you have someone who came to an event, they are more likely to have one as well. And so it just moves the signups a lot quicker than in Messenger. You could go back and forth in Messenger for weeks and then they take forever to respond. But if you are sitting there with a person and you're answering all of their questions, they are most likely going to sign up more quickly. So if you want speed in your business and this business loves speed, you should be hosting more events. Another thing you can do is when they sign up, you can ask them to host an event of their own. And here's something to remember. Keep the events simple so that they are easy to duplicate. It does not have to be some crazy elaborate thing. You can keep it simple, and like she said, if you mess up, that's fine. Just go ahead and take messy action. I remember one of the very first VIP Zooms that I did. I spilled a pink drink all over my white shirt, okay? And so it's fine, we recovered, and we're doing much better now. Okay, so Alita, how do you make these events really successful?
Okay, tip number one, get potentials there. The most important sequence is reaching out, inviting, and then following up. You want to sell and market the event. We can put so much focus on the event and get so hyper around it that we forget to invite people to it. That is the most important part. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a social club with all brand ambassadors already. So you definitely want to have people there.
Okay, and you'll see some different examples of invitations that we have up there. You do not have to have the picture perfect graphic or anything like that. It can be messy, but these are just to give you some like ideas of different, different ways that you can host events.
So Megan, would you like to read a message that I would send?
Yeah, okay, so this is something that someone might say. Lisa, girl, I am obsessed with your fun energy. Okay, I'm hosting a sip and see at my house on Thursday, and I would love for you to come. You can try out the pink drink, see some of the life-changing gut health supplements, and meet some awesome people. I know that you will be the life of the party. You will adore our community. Can I send you the deets? Now listen, if you don't talk like that, please do not send a message. This is actually how Alita talks. I probably would never say, can I send you the deets? I would say, would you like more info? Something along those lines. So please just always make it yourself. But the energy is contagious in which you send these messages, okay?
And just make sure that you follow up 2 to 3 days before the event. And if it's an online event, you want to be sending that message pretty repeatedly, but definitely 20 minutes before the event. Because life gets busy and sometimes people can't respond. So don't give up. You're not bugging people. I think that's the biggest lie we tell ourselves is that we're bugging people. But really what we're doing is making them feel wanted. I know my upline messaged me for 18 months, every single month. And every time I'd like get this big smile on my face, I'm like, she wants me on her team. Like, I don't know what this team is, but she wants me. Make people feel wanted. Come on.
Okay, guys, I have a question. Please raise your hand. How many of you have ever hosted an event and had nobody show up?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not alone. I hosted an event as a diamond. I moved to a new town. I did lots of networking, and I was like, I'm gonna host my first sip and see here, and I was so excited. And not a single person showed up, okay? And that's while I was already diamond. It happens, but it is not a wash if you don't have somebody show up to your event, because you can use that as a reason to follow up with them later. I had customers who ordered because I had reached out about an event. So You can run some fun incentives. If you want to get people there, little $5 gift cards. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, and it doesn't have to be complicated.
Yes. Now let's talk about another opportunity that's been massive. Seriously, I've been using it. Is there like a thunderstorm going on? It's like, do you acknowledge those things and just keep on going? I don't know. There could be an earthquake on the ocean. So.
Acknowledge and keep on going, she said.
I said earthquake on the ocean. That doesn't even make sense.
So there could be an earthquake. I really think you're turning and taking a bit.
But I do want to talk about another huge opportunity that has been massive, and I've actually gotten 3 new business builders off of this. It's the Mondays and Thursdays opportunity calls that corporate are doing. Are you guys attending those? Because seriously, like, they're bringing the heat. I mean, you've got some seriously amazing stories going on, and if you're inviting people to it, you're not going to be disappointed.
Yes, these events are so important, you guys. It's so professional, it's short, it's sweet, it's to the point, it's a great way to educate people, and this is such a simple system to plug your people into. Okay, here is another example of a way that you can invite somebody to a corporate call.
Why do you seem nervous?
Because I have to pretend to be you. This is just trial by fire. She's like, here you go, just read these messages, it's fine. Okay, might say something like, Jill, sis, you are so smart. I am putting together an elite team of women who want to grow a substantial stream of income. I would be so honored if you would hop on this 15-minute call tonight and hear what we have to offer. I just know you would be blown away. Can I send you the link?
Great job.
Thanks.
I would definitely join you.
Or you could say something like this. Ashley, girl, you are the hardest working mama on the planet. Staying at home and raising those babies is not for the faint of heart. I really love your entrepreneurial spirit, and I believe you would love what I do. An extra stream of income from home and getting to use these amazing gut health supplements that make you feel amazing is a part of the gig. It's a win-win. We have this amazing 15-minute call that explains what we do, and I would love for you to hop on and give me your opinion. People love to give their opinions, by the way. And then you said, would you be open to that? Something I want you to notice about every single one of these messages, this is crazy. I feel like I get blown off the stage.
Jet planes flying over?
We're rescuing a small boat. Sure.
Oh, there's an SOS out there. We're saving lives.
Hopefully it's not pirates.
Okay, thanks guys. This is crazy. Well, I'm not sure how we rein it back in after that, but I'm gonna try. So something that's really important. Actually, I can't remember if I said this.
Just go with the 20 minutes
Go with
before.
that. Okay. And don't forget, 20 minutes before an actual event, you need to be messaging them and saying something like, thanks for agreeing to jump on this call, can't wait to see your face, and include the link as well. Because if there is less friction for somebody to be able to get on an event or get on a Zoom, it's going to be better. And I want you to keep in mind that no matter your circumstances, you can host events.
100%. And this is like my jam. It does not matter what is going on. If you have a bunch of kids, I love when they tell the whole setting stuff up. That's what my kids were doing too. Where they're mixing pink drinks and they're setting up chairs. But I wanted to give a couple examples. So our friend and Emerald, Brittany Rout, who was actually just ran up to the stage and told us SOS. She homeschools 4 kids and still runs massive wellness events.
Okay, and then some of our other girls, Victoria and Nicole, they like to host sourdough events every month.
And then we have a Rudy, Dina Sullivan, who hosts Sip and Seas continuously at Panera and has sample Sundays, where she lets people come over on Sundays and tries her drinks.
Okay, and then some of our Tennessee jewels, we hit the road and we decided to do a little 1 to 2 hour radius of Nashville. So having big energy in these rooms makes a huge difference. Hearing lots of stories about the difference that Plexus has made. We rented out little community rooms in a hotel. We had tons of people there. You guys, we kept it simple. We didn't have food. We didn't have any of these crazy things. We just had our energy. We had our passion, and we were able to share.
On the road.
On tour. We went on tour.
We thought we were so awesome.
And something else I want you guys to remember is Alita's story is that she built a huge part of her business as a single widowed mom of 4 small kids. And so it doesn't matter, right, what Bibi was talking about, your circumstances, right? You could be through any kind of situation and you can still find a way to show up. Because if you're looking for the problem, you are always going to find the problem. But if you are looking for a solution, I promise you will find it.
Good job. So that leads me to the biggest event of the year that you should be inviting like crazy to, and that is convention. And so we've got to tell you this story, is that, Megan, convention really changed your life in a huge way.
It was huge. I went as a brand new silver.
How long did it take you to go silver?
5 months.
They went silent. They were like, we don't even know what to say to you.
Yeah, okay, so
That's
let's
what
slower
I said.
starts, you guys, it's fine. And so Alita asked me a week before convention if I would come. And she was like, it's fine, I have a room for you, and there's 3 other women, and I'm like, I have a baby.
And I said, you bring that baby with you. So we had 4 women and a baby in a hotel room
In Vegas.
So here's what I would challenge you to do, because for me, leaving my kids, going to convention was a big deal, right? It's a big commitment to go do. I was gonna make the most of it. So I got a room and I'm like, I'm filling this sucker up. Like, I don't care. So I told Becky, I said, you got a free place to stay? You come stay here. So 4
We're willing to
women
share a room.
and a baby.
All these women you don't really know.
It was the best.
But we did it, and we made those sacrifices, and we made a way, we found a way to make it happen. And I remember being there and standing in the back of the convention, and there were top earners on the stage, and they were sharing about how some had less than 200 friends on Facebook, others were introverts, and I realized that if they could be at the top of the company and they could be successful, then I could be successful too. And I determined in my mind that I was going to come back that next year and walk the stage as an emerald. It's where I made my very first terrible clip art vision board right there. And I had no idea how I was going to go emerald. You remember, it took me 5 months to find my first 3 people, but something shifted in me at convention. And we hear that all the time, right? Leaders are born at events. So your job is to get people there, because you don't know who's going to catch the vision, right? I can guarantee you that when Alita asked me to come to convention as her +1, she wasn't thinking, hey, I bet a few years later, me, you, and your mom are all going to go dine in the same month. Like, I guarantee you she wasn't thinking that, but that's our story. So don't prejudge. It's your job to invite people and believe and let them make the decision.
And you wrote a contract to yourself that you'd go emerald the next year, and you did.
Yes.
So in wrapping up all of that, what we want you to know is that it's belief that is going to get you where you want to go. Belief does not require a certain personality. It doesn't require a background or a look. But success requires belief. So dig deep, believe in yourself, remember who you are. Set up those events and be unstoppable about getting people there. Thank y'all.